All right, it is a week and a half before Black Friday. We currently have, at 4x400, $112,000 in the bank. I've got $300,000 in outstanding liabilities between credit card bills and AP. I've got a $70,000 a month payroll plus rent and a few other little things that I have to be able to hit. If you do the simple math, you will recognize that we are in a position where we need to sell a lot of stuff. I'm Andrew Faris, and I run 4x400 here in the midst of the Common Thread Collective ecosystem. And I tell you that information to kick off the beginning of what's going to be sort of an ongoing story of what is happening at 4x400. 4x400 is our brands that we own. We currently own 3 brands. And we are running those ourselves. As an agency, I personally came from the agency side. I was the head of strategy at CTC and then moved over to kind of lead 4x400. And over the last year and a half or so since we've done that, we've had ups and downs along the way. We have started and shut a brand down, acquired a few brands, and scaled brands. And in a lot of ways, there's a lot of really great stories to tell. We started with Slick Products, which we quadrupled in size the first year, up to $1 million in revenue. This year it'll close to double again if it doesn't exceed that, actually, depending on how big Black Friday and Q4 is. FC Goods, we really acquired in the middle of 2018, and that brand did about 500 grand last year after kind of not really existing before that. It was just sort of sitting on the wayside of the founder. And then this year we'll do about 2 million for FC Goods. And then Bamboo Earth, which we acquired in March. And I'll talk more along the way about what each of those brands is, and you'll kind of get familiar with them if you follow this story. But Bamboo Earth was doing about $100,000 a year. Thanks to some recent successes, it's on pace to do about 700 or 750 this year, again, after we acquired it in March. So this is going to be an ongoing story, and I wanted to start immediately by putting you into my mental and emotional state of mind as the person who is primarily responsible for leading these brands. I want you to feel with me as we step into Black Friday what I know a lot of people watching this who are entrepreneurs and running brands are feeling, which is I have outstanding liabilities, I have maybe less cash in the bank than I would want, and I am depending on holiday strategies to get me out of this. To be frank, I'm not totally surprised at the position that we are in, and in some ways, we could have sort of changed our position entering into holiday. We could have taken on a little less debt, we could have taken on less credit card payments, those sorts of things. Most of that's going towards advertising, etc. We could have spent less money, slowed down our growth, and probably played it a little bit safer. But we're after fairly big outcomes at 4x400. We want to grow and ultimately sell brands. And so to do that, we want to do it profitably. But to do that, that means we have to keep the growth engine moving quickly. And so as this year has gone on, what's happened is that Slick Products has grown a little bit. FC Goods, another one of our brands I mentioned, has grown quite a bit, and that's been really good. But that was really fueled by a huge Father's Day moment that brand had. And then Bamboo Earth we acquired, and for the first few months it really didn't get anywhere at all. And what that meant is that over the course of this year, despite a really big Father's Day for one of the brands, we have seen cash flow be negative for a few months in a row and have put ourselves in position to say we need Black Friday to be big. And not just Black Friday, the entirety of Q4. Okay, so that's the cash position we're in going into Black Friday. It's not that pretty, but if we hit our projections, we're fine. We went into this with clear eyes about what our ad spend was going to be. We did all the research over the last couple of years. If you've paid attention to CTC's content over the last couple months, you've seen huge volumes of research based on lots and lots of ad accounts and spends, millions of dollars spent at holiday to figure out what we think is going to happen this year. So we've built all of our projections, we've done all of our prep, and what I want to take you through right now is very briefly the one key strategy for each of the 3 brands that we own that's going to help dig us out of this hole. So I'm going to start with Slick Products. Slick sells wash products for off-road vehicles and for street vehicles, which means the biggest moment, because it's off-road focused for Slick, is usually actually summer. It's not really a super gift product, but like any e-commerce brand, we do see some uptick when we have a good offer at Black Friday. So we're trying to make this moment as big as possible. So for Slick, we're doing basically two things. The first is a site-wide discount where we're going to offer people 25% off absolutely everything on the site. We had recently raised our prices, which actually helped us get some margin back on a discount like this to give us as much as possible. We're also launching that sale this coming Friday, a full week before Black Friday, to try to capitalize as much as possible on a big moment like this. We think the Slick customer is pretty responsive to a discount, and that we can maximize the moment by offering a good discount and also taking a full week with our ad creative to know what's working best, what offers are working best, those sorts of things, optimizing so that by the time we get to Friday through Monday, we can really be locked in on our best creative, our best copy, all that stuff, and make those biggest moments absolutely as big as possible. So that's the key for Slick, and at the top of that, there's just like anything we would advise you to do, an AOV-focused bundle that we're gonna try and drive people to spend more money per purchase. So that's Slick's strategy. FC Goods makes wallets out of vintage baseball gloves. It's an amazing gift product. FC Goods is going to make 75% of its revenue this year between Father's Day and then holiday, essentially. So huge portions of women buying for the men in their lives. That's a lot of our customers. And so FC Goods doesn't discount. We repurpose vintage baseball gloves, and part of that story is we have to go and collect all these gloves. We want to continue to give the impression, which is true, that there's a sort of limited supply and it takes a lot of work to go get them. So we don't want to discount that and sort of give competing messages right away. So instead of discounting, we're going to offer free monogramming on all of our products from Friday through Monday so they can get it personalized, make it a better gift. That's a $25 value to the customer. Against like $140, $150 average order value. And we're also launching new products on all 4 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, a different product launched each day so that we can capture as much of the holiday gift giving intent as possible, including some high AOV products. So that's what FC Goods is gonna do. FC expects not to see a huge spike Friday through Monday, so much as an ongoing big wave going all the way through from, say, November 15th through December 15th. We are starting to see that already. And then Bamboo Earth sells incredibly clean skincare with a real focus on what it means to be truly beautiful because of the way that you were made, not because of what sort of society tells you. So founder Amber Hawthorne, really passionate about that message and about clean products. And so the focus for Bamboo Earth is going to be to maximize AOV and LTV both at holiday this year. So there's going to be a free gift with purchase. It's going to be a specific product that we know when people get it in their hands, they love it, and they come back and buy it again. And so we're going to do a free gift with purchase on all orders over $150 on Friday and a different one on Monday. So that's the strategy for each brand. We're sitting here today needing it to work, not knowing if it will. Kind of standard discount, product focused with a free personalization offer, and then an AOV-focused gift with purchase offer. Pretty different offers for all three brands because they're pretty different customers for all three brands. We are prepped. We've done our projections. We're sitting here looking at the cash flow, and we are really hoping it works. We're excited for you to come on the journey with us.